Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry about yesterday not doing a part 2 for episode 5 of Behind the Curtain. I was really sick yesterday, so I didn't have the, I was really sick. I didn't feel like doing it yesterday, but we're going to do part 2 and part 3 in today's video. We're just going to combine both of them together, then we got Raw later on tonight. So we only had a couple news topics again, because like I said, it was totally dry, because this whole week was about the greatest Royal Rumble, and there was not much any news coming out of the company. But for this week, for today, we just got a couple of topics. We got ONeill explaining, talking about his botch, which if you have guys not seen ONeill's botch from the greatest Royal Rumble, go check it out. It's just type in ONeill on Twitter and he'll pop right up with that. We also got news on backstage news on Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns at the greatest Royal Rumble. People's shocked backstage about Brock Lesnar beating him. And then we also have another topic. Batista explains why plans fell through for him to be Ronda's partner at WrestleMania 34. And then Adam Cole opening up on the pressure of carrying the NXT brand after a superstar call-up. So, and then we'll just have a couple of your guys Q&As. You guys just send some questions, so we're touching those too. But for tonight, guys, again, Raw will be review tonight going up after the show goes off the air. So, I'm not expecting too much from Raw tonight. Come on. We only got, six matches announced. We got the 2 women matches. We got Roman versus Joe, WWE title match, Bryan versus Big Cass, and then we have, what else? Oh, Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. Then we have also The Miz versus Seth Rollins. So that's it for Backlash, which I'll be going live for that on Sunday too. So, we have to have a little discussion before we kick off the show. So, people's reactions to Roman Reigns losing, because some of you guys, I told you guys, I was thinking about, look, the one thing Roman has not done, which is win the Money in the Bank briefcase. The guy's won the IC title, won the US title. He's been tag team champion. He's been WWE champion. The only thing he's not been is the Money in the Bank winner and the Universal champion. So I expect, one of you guys told me that it might be 2 brand ladder matches, which in my opinion, it shouldn't even be that. If you're joining pay-per-views again, it should be 3 from Raw, 3 from SmackDown, compete for the briefcase, and the Miz should win it. In my opinion. But if they're going to have 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches, then yeah, pencil in Roman Reigns winning the Raw one. Just pencil that in, then if there's going to be 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. So, just pencil that in. But that'd be so blatant. The dude would have had 3 title shots, literally from what? WrestleMania, following pay-per-view after WrestleMania, and then Money in the Bank a month after this month. He would have 3 title shots in a 2-month span, which is ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. So go ahead and cut this intro, get into the discussions, get into the Q&A, and we'll be right back for episode 5, part 2 and 3.
Yeah. DJ The Real. Yeah. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Huncho on The Real make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright guys, welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and get into this Brock Lesnar thing first, because that's, to me, is more intriguing than anything else right on here on the news. So, backstage news on Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns at the greatest Roman Rumble, which I was calling it, guys. As seen Friday, WWE greatest Royal Rumble pay-per-view event on the WWE Network in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, King Abu Dhabi Stadium. Brock Lesnar successfully retained the Universal title over Roman Reigns in a steel cage match. According to PW Streams, per source, much like at WrestleMania, everyone backstage was worked on the result of Reigns vs. Lesnar match. Posters, magazines, copies, and promos material all included Reigns as the champion. Oh my goodness. They would later write, the marketing department aren't happy one bit. There's not a lot of trust backstage right now in terms of what they're producing. And that's never good in this business. It's not a healthy environment. Like I told you guys, I think it was a behind the curtain. What was it? No, it was in my WrestleMania review. I think it was my WrestleMania review where I said, you go back in history. When Vince McMahon pushed John Cena, he didn't care. He had the balls. He didn't care. He's like, you don't like John Cena being pushed? You're going to watch my product anyways. Take it how it is. Okay? Much as us people, we didn't like seeing Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania 29. I wanted CM Punk to face The Rock, in my opinion, at WrestleMania 29. I was like, dude, Vince had so many opportunities to do Cena versus Taker. He just never had the oomph to do it, and then until this year, and when we lost everything. He could have done Cena and Taker at WrestleMania 29. 1 second. He could have done Taker, Cena at WrestleMania 29. But again, like I said, Vince back then, he had the balls. He's like, dude, I'm pushing Cena, whether you like it or not. With Roman Reigns, this is what, not the first? This is WrestleMania 31, WrestleMania 34, and now Greatest Roman Rumble. That's 3 times you... Oh my God, the fans are not liking Roman. Oh my God. We're going to switch up. We're keeping on Brock. We have it to Seth. I'm like, Vince, either you push this guy or you don't push him no more ever again. Like I'm saying, dude. Have the balls, grow the grapefruits, push Roman, let's get it over with. This is the 3rd time now. Again, WrestleMania 31, I would have just sucked it up too. I'm pushing Roman whether you like it or not. I mean, you did it at WrestleMania 32. So what's the difference between WrestleMania 32 and WrestleMania 34 and the Greatest Roman Rumble? What's the difference? Push the man. Now, what this is telling me is that Vince is either Brock Lesnar is having a long extension or whatever it is, but I also heard news that Vince somehow thinks Brock being the longest reigning Universal Champion or whatever it is going to break CM Punk's streak. No, brother. It's not going to work that way. CM Punk had the WWE title. Brock has the Universal title. I don't care whatever you say. WWE title has more meaning than the Universal title. Even though if Brock does break CM Punk's record, which it looks like he's going to do, I'm still going to think CM Punk is the longest reigning champion because he had the WWE title. Brock has the secondary championship. In the record books, it may say Brock has been the longest reigning champion, but CM Punk again had a WWE title. So, Brock being Universal Champion, breaking CM Punk's record, means nothing to me. It's an asterisk next to it. Now, as far as this being backstage with people printing out posters, marketing all that stuff as Reigns being the champion, and then you change again to Brock Lesnar keeping the belt, I don't know, Vince. What are you doing? Either you don't push Roman or you push Braun Strowman. If you push Braun Strowman now and you're saying, you know what, Roman, okay, I'm done with you, bro. I'm going to push Braun Strowman. I'm fine with that. But you wasted, again, WrestleMania 34 main event. You wasted WrestleMania 33 main event, potentially being Undertaker and Cena. You wasted, heck, even, I remember the thing back then, guys, where Cena and Nikki Bella took on The Miz and Maurice. It was supposed to be Nakamura debuting, facing The Miz for the IC title at WrestleMania 33. But because Roman had to mess up everything, we got Roman versus Taker. We got Cena and the Miz in the mixed tag team match of the game. Look, we could have had Cena versus Taker at WrestleMania 33, had Nakamura debut facing The Miz. Come on, you tell me WrestleMania 33 would have been better than what it was, man. But because you pushed Roman Reigns and now you're having cold feet on the dude after 4 years, I mean, come on, Vince. You wasted everybody's time with this dude. Either you turn this dude heel, or just give him the belt and get it over with. Like, at this point, listen here. If Roman does not win the Money Bank briefcase at the Money Bank pay-per-view, then that means you're done with him to me, which I'll be happy. Okay? Turn the dude heel, and everybody will start cheering Roman Reigns again. That's what's going to be, man. But as far as this, I mean, I don't know what Vince is doing. Either he has cold feet now, or he's done with Roman Reigns. We'll see. We'll see how Backlash goes. If Roman Reigns beats Samoa Joe at Backlash, then you can see it probably won't be over. But if Joe beats Roman, then we know it's over with Roman's push. So we'll find out on Sunday if it's officially over at Backlash. So let's go ahead and get into this Batista news, which is the second biggest topic here. Oh, by the way, guys, my Avengers review is up on the channel. If you guys have not seen Avengers, I don't know what you're doing. Batista did Drax really good again. Batista explains why plans fell through for him to be Ronda's partner at WrestleMania 34. Okay, let's see what we got here. During a recent interview with 106.7 The Fan, former WWE Superstar Batista talked about various topics. Here are the highlights. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this here. WWE stopped talks about him being Ronda Rousey's partner at WrestleMania 34. Okay. On WWE initially reached out to him for WrestleMania 34. This is all insider stuff. I usually don't share. I'm really an old school kayfabe guy. But they reached out to me earlier this year to possibly come back and do that thing with Ronda. And I said that I would be willing to do it only if we tease something from me and Hunter to go to Mania next year. So Batista wanted to be Ronda's partner, but he wanted to face Triple H next year at WrestleMania 35 in New York, which Batista set on hands. he wanted his final match to be against Triple H because Triple H kind of mentored him coming up with Ric Flair, and you know what I'm saying? You can see the reasons why he wouldn't do that. If we tease something for me and Hunter to go to next year's Mania. And they said, yeah, that would be great. I love that idea. And I said, well, that's great. I'll come back a few times during this year and we'll tease it and we'll work it and we'll milk it and we'll go to Mania, me and Hunter next year. Oh, I love that idea. Let's do it. So we literally talked for about like 3 weeks and then they just stopped calling me. I sent a text to Hunter. I was like, hey man, I don't know if you put any more thought into what's going on. I'm really excited about the possibilities, and I literally never heard back from them. They just stopped talking to me, and it's, man, I don't know what else I can do to try to do. I want to end my career the right way. I'm faithful and loyal to WWE. I'm proud of being from there, and I want to do good business with them, but they just don't make it easy, you know? They just don't. Okay, part 2. Why would you want to go back for another run? I told them next year will be my last year. I'm turning 50 next year. Whoa, Batista's turning 50. He didn't even look 50, which is crazy. I'm willing to do it. It feels great. Physically, I'm in great shape. I've never let up on that, but I just don't want to be the old guy in the ring. I don't want to overstay my welcome. I just want to end my career the right way, and next year will be the last opportunity. So if we can make something happen by next year, then I'm going to officially hang it up. I'm doing okay for myself, so I don't need to be there. I just love it there. Even though the fans totally crapped on me the last time I was there, I would still go back in a heartbeat and love to entertain them, and I would have fun doing it, man. I'd be happy to, but I just don't get it, man. I don't get that company. I just understand it. Okay. Now, there's been some issues here. If you guys remember Batista telling that Titus O'Neill should ask for his release back a couple months ago, he said that. And maybe that's probably why WWE's like, well, we're not going to return your phone calls, Batista, because you told Titus O'Neill he should ask for his release. Maybe that has to do with something of Batista not getting a return phone call for Vince McMahon. But in my opinion, guys, like I was saying, if they couldn't get The Rock to be Ronda's partner, I mean, Batista or Kurt Angle. You know what I'm saying? They're both kind of in that position where I don't see either of them wrestle. Now, if they couldn't get The Rock, which they didn't get The Rock, I said either should have been Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman at that time. One of the two should have been Ronda's partner. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing Seth Rollins being Ronda's partner at WrestleMania. I mean, dude, Seth Rollins' freaking Burn It Down intro is probably one of the loudest pops in the whole company right now, Seth Rollins. So I wouldn't mind seeing Seth Rollins, and it was a continuation of last year's WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I would have went with Seth Rollins, in my opinion. But then again, he was like, what do you do with Braun Strowman? Well, he could have put Strowman versus The Miz, even though we did not want to see Braun Strowman versus The Miz. I know I heard a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to see the Braun Strowman versus The Miz for the IC title, but listen here. It would have been an attraction match. I mean, Miz on the microphone versus Braun Strowman. And you're probably like, oh, then what do you do with Finn Balor at WrestleMania? Well, damn it, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe, you should have done that. You could have done that. So, I don't want to see Batista versus Triple H next year. Like, for next year's Mania, no choice has to get people over. They're not being pushed certain ways. So, at this point, my thoughts are, next year Mania, this is the people I would like to see Triple H face next year, in next year's Mania, possibly. Finn Balor, or Drew McIntyre, Adam Cole, or a Aleister Black. Potentially, people choice could face next year WrestleMania. Let's throw some ideas out there. You guys let me know down below. But I don't see Batista facing choice next year WrestleMania in New York. No. I don't see that. But if it does happen, I mean, be another attraction match. All right, 2 more topics here. Actually, we got 3 more topics. No, we got 2 more topics before we have to do the Q&A. All right, let's get on this Adam Cole situation. Adam Cole opens up on pressure of carrying the NXT brand after superstar calls-ups. First ever NXT North American champion Adam Cole was recently on the Sam Roberts Wrestling Podcast. Here are the highlights. His popularity growing. It's definitely a lot more since starting with NXT, Cole said. Even post Royal Rumble, definitely more often that people come up to ask me to take a picture with me. and writing autographs. It just shows the scale at how many people do watch the WWE, which is, yeah. I heard even Ricochet said, like, wow, already now, like, the people just I've seen NXT take over New Orleans, he's getting a lot of freaking, he has his own freaking, his ringtones on Apple Music. He's like, wow. He never thought he'd be having a ringtone on Apple Music, but it's crazy, man. Once you get in WWE, man, your life does change. Even people say, oh, it's terrible, they're booking you this and that, but there's some perks working with the company, but there's also not perks, but there's perks. Pressure of carrying NXT after recent superstar call-ups. There's absolutely, it's that pressure. At any time guys move on to Raw, SmackDown, I think that it's what has kept NXT so relevant and has kept the fans so invested, because they are now continuing to grow the company, NXT, adding more superstars. Whoever leaves or comes NXT as a product is going to give really exciting sports entertainment every time, he said. You do have your different generations of guys, and those generations before did an excellent job. So it does put pressure on guys like me, Aleister Black, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and even Roderick Strong, and everyone else involved in the company right now. NXT now. I think that is what guys are their best, when you put pressure and have something to work towards and have something to compare yourself to or try to best. It really does make you better. Now, as I always said, the person who's carrying the belt in NXT is carrying the company right now. So Aleister Black is definitely, but right now you got what? You got Aleister Black, Ricochet, Cole, his whole faction, EC3, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, still having a great feud. You have what's Shayna Baszler? You have Kairi Sane. You have Bianca Belair. You have some more. They're gonna have another women's. They have another women's Mae Young Classic, so they're gonna bring in more. Hopefully, bring in my girl Toni Storm. Hopefully, she gets signed this time. I love Toni Storm. So they're gonna have the Mae Young Classic, or they're gonna have another Cruiserweight freaking Classic sometime down the line this year. So they're gonna bring in more talent. But right now, definitely Cole, Ricochet, and Black are the three-headed monster right now. And you have Gargano and Ciampa still having a great feud going on. So let's get into the Titus O'Neill botch, man. Yo, I even saw 2K turn into a botch yesterday, which is crazy. Titus O'Neill on his epic botched entrance at the WWE Greatest Royal Rumble. As seen Friday, WWE Greatest Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. Yeah, we got that crap. During the match, Titus O'Neill had maybe the best botch in the history of pro wrestling. He tripped while making his entrance into the match. Titus has since commented on the botch by writing the following on Twitter. My WWE Royal Rumble idea for the Greatest Royal Rumble moment was born. WWE shop, get that merch ready. I'm about to slide these extra checks right into the bank. Yeah, man, it possibly had to be one of the greatest botches ever. I mean, you seen freaking 2K make a botch out of it. You saw people have different things. Said this is how when you slide into the person's DMs. I mean, you seen have the Shockmaster helmet on. I mean, it was a great botch. Not gonna lie. But hey, now Titus O'Neill's get his name out there. So probably watch them make it into a freaking T-shirt. They'll probably make it into a T-shirt. You know, WWE is like they have to stay with the new trend. So that's it, guys. That's all the information that we have right now until Raw tonight. I mean, there's nothing else. No other news. There's no other news. So let's get into this Q&A. All right, go ahead. Into this Q&A. All right, so this is from Tim. Tim asks, James, who do you see John Cena facing when he comes back from whatever he's doing? Which we know Cena's making movies right now. Let's see. So I see Cena coming back before SummerSlam. I don't think Cena's gonna be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I don't think he will be. So he'll be back in time for SummerSlam. So let's see. Who has John Cena not worked with? So okay, there's two options for Cena, right? I see maybe Cena probably working a match with Ciamis at SummerSlam, or they pick back up with the Samoa Joe feud before it left off. I probably will say Ciamis is going to face Cena at SummerSlam to help him get a little bit more over. I can see him working with John Cena at SummerSlam. So that's what I see, Tim. Cena versus probably Ciamis at SummerSlam. That's a little maybe not, but that's just who I'm going to throw out there. Ciamis, Cena, SummerSlam. Ben asks, do you see WWE making the women tag team titles like they were rumored to be making? Ben. Probably at the rate they're at right now. I mean, you can say right now, look like what the Riot Squad, what they're gonna do. You have Mandy Rose, Selena Ville, what they're gonna do. This is why the women should be on one show, in my humble opinion. This is why the women should be on one show. But now you have the Ronda Rousey whole situation where you can't have. I mean, look right now, who's on Raw? Sasha, Bailey, Nia Jax. I mean, look at Nia Jax and Bliss. Aren't they the main women's feud on Raw? Nope, it's Ronda Rousey. So them making the tag team titles, I mean, is it going to help either women on Raw or SmackDown at this point? Would it? I mean, you could say it would, but again, they'll be swallowed up into the abyss of. You're not going to be bigger than Ronda Rousey. Even on SmackDown, Charlotte right now is the head monster. So you making a tag team division, is that going to help them or hurt them? I mean, just to make a tag team division belts. They're going to have the most awkward pairings. I mean, imagine what? Becky teaming with Mandy Rose. Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They need to fix the problems they have right now before they add more belts. You know what I'm saying? So, fix what they have wrong right now before they add more stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go scroll. Let's see if we find a good one. Okay, here. Sam, do you see Brock Lesnar facing Braun Strowman at SummerSlam? Yes, I see Brock Lesnar facing Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. At this rate, yeah. What do you do with Roman? Roman versus Bobby Lashley. I'm sorry, man. Hopefully this Roman pushes over. That's all it is. Let's see. We got a couple more here. Let's scroll through. See if we find some more good ones. Okay, Tim. Tim asks, who do you see Undertaker feuding with next year if he's still going to wrestle? Next WrestleMania? I mean, it's kind of early for that, but I mean, if you just want me to throw out who I think I want to see Taker face. Taker, Seth Rollins, Taker, Finn Balor. Off the top of my head right now, that's what I'm thinking about. I'd like to see him face Finn Balor, the Demon, but we'll see if they bring back a Demon. That's what I'd like to see the Demon face Undertaker. Yes, of course. Okay, we got two more here. When would you see Ronda Rousey wrestling again? I said SummerSlam, but right now we're debuting it. I think it's going to be Natalya versus Ronda before SummerSlam. And then maybe we get Stephanie versus Ronda at SummerSlam. So, I think we'll probably see Ronda face Natalya at Extreme Rules. Because she's still probably working in the ring right now. But maybe we'll see Natty versus Ronda at Extreme Rules. Some type of match. Alright, last one here. This comes from Eric. Eric says, what do you think Vince McMahon is going to do now that he seems not to be pushing Roman Reigns? Pushing Braun Strowman like we wanted him to push him last year. Braun Strowman. So, yeah. Braun Strowman is probably the guy. He's like, you know what? Whatever. Braun is over right now. They like Braun. Roman, we take a back seat for now. We'll push you later down the line. So I probably think what Vince is probably doing is like, hey, Roman, we're going to push you later down the line. But again, that's the third time you're telling Roman, not your time yet, bro. Even though he's a 4-time champion. Not your time yet. But, again, guys, hopefully we have some more news for next Friday. Because, again, we'll have the Backlash predictions on Friday for Behind the Curtain episode 6. And 2 and 3, hopefully we have some more news going into Backlash. So, alright, I'll be editing this one up. We're putting this one up. Then we'll do some more videos for you guys today. Going to touch on the Avengers Infinity Warfare already breaking Star Wars records already. So, don't forget to like the video, guys. Comment down below, subscribe. Catch you guys back here in a couple minutes.
Yeah. DJ The Real. Yeah. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?